living it up, partying, YOLO, you only live once. All these things that we're doing now, they're doing the same thing. Hence why there's reincarnation, because the same, because history, listen, the only reason why history repeats itself is because it's the same people. That's why.
Well, Freemasonry plays into
Exactly,
that.
and that's the same people back then.
That were
Back,
doing
what's his name? He's the one who told them to get together and build.
The
become
lineage,
one.
the Freemasons are actually the Catholic Church. And,
Exactly, yeah.
And Scottish Rite, which is the police.
Exactly, and they even go back even further to being Esau and then all these other nations. Like they, back in Babel, when they're talking about the Tower of Babel, I forgot who it was. What's his name again? The guy who told them to build the tower. I forgot his name, but Nimrod. He was let's all come as one and build and come as one and build a tower. One world order, one nation.
Yeah,
It's the same thing that they're trying to do now.
New World Order.
The New World Order. So it's the same people coming back, just in different bodies, the same spirit.
Yeah.
That's why, for instance, whites and blacks will never get along. Because they're Esau and Jacob. The two sons of Isaac and Rebecca, Esau and Jacob, they were fighting in the womb. Well, that's actually the so-called white man and the so-called Negroes. They are the main. That's
I've never had nothing against Negroes.
Well, because you're an Israelite.
Yeah.
You're not considered white. You are who your father is.
Yeah. But you're actually one of the children of Israel, which we are also.
Yeah, exactly.
But we actually come from the same father.
Exactly.
But different mothers. Hence why we have different complexions.
Exactly.
Right.
Feature in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I have a precept basically which goes back and it talks about how about how the angels don't have sex, hence why God but this is Matthew chapter 22. I'll start from 23. It says the same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, Master, Moses said, if a man die having no children, he said, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die having no children, his brother shall marry his wife, and shall raise up seed unto him. Now, if there were 7 with us, now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, and when he had married a wife, deceased and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all, woman died also. Therefore in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Yahushua Jesus answered and said unto her, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven.
So you said these people, they don't marry nor are given into marriage. And what's marriage? Sex. To be joined together.
But they're only as angels of God in the heavens.
Exactly. So they're only as angels of God in the heavens. What does that tell you? The angels.
So what's the qualifier to enter into heaven?
Doing this work. Doing what we're doing. And it's not even that's the qualifications you have to have.
Yeah.
It's to do what we're doing. Like be out here.
And you have to be a part of the elect.
Be a part of the elect.
Yeah.
You have to, first of all, you got to be Israel. Because salvation comes from Israel. Second of all, you got to be the elect of Israel. And that's how you get it. And to be the elect of Israel.
So who determines that?
It's the Lord. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The Lord determines that. He knows who he is. He knows who the elect are. The elect are most likely the men that are out here like us doing the work. With faith. And doing it in season, out of season, taking no breaks off. We're out here in the winter, no matter how cold. We're out here in the summer, no matter how hot. Even in the rain.
Yeah, because the Lord wants us to be fishers of men, right? So what we're doing here is to come out here and we preach this truth, fishing the elect, so that once the elect is sealed, the Lord will return and then we get beamed out of here, man.
Get that in Revelation 7.
This
Tells you exactly what he's saying.
is Revelation chapter 7, Do you want me to
rapture?
start from-
Yeah, basically. Yeah, second one. Yeah.
Revelation 7:1, and after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Which
Oh,
is
we
just
think about what you
like,
said.
yeah.
Now, this is not actually talking about the actual wind.
Because the wind is
Blowing right now. That's why it's cold. So people will read that and think it's talking about the actual wind. It's talking about the wind of what? These nuclear missiles. Missiles. You see this woman right here? You see how she hasn't been hit by missiles, but she's getting burnt alive because of the wind. Where the missile hit, the
That's the
after
lake of
effect,
fire too, right?
That's the lake of fire. After it hits, when the missile hits, after it hits, the wind blows, and that wind that it blows with is actually the closest thing to get as close to the heart of the sun that we have. That blows, that will burn you right off. So what? Guess what? The angels, what are they doing right now? The angels are holding back the men. They're holding back these missiles, the ICBM missiles, from getting loose, from getting launched off, because of what?
And it says, at the wind that should not blow on the earth nor on the sea. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth, and saying, and the sea.
Earth with fire, right?
Right.
Yeah. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea,
Okay,
nor
so
the
don't
trees.
do it yet. Okay?
Till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Don't do it yet. Don't destroy the world until we seal the servants of our power. So don't destroy the world yet, which so that shows you that guess what?
This is
You got angels waiting, just waiting, itching to destroy this place because it's wicked. It needs to be redone.
But the elect has to wake up first.
Exactly. So so as soon as these guys wake up, bang, bang, it's a snowball effect. All of a sudden, martial law. All of a sudden, chip. All of a sudden, race riots, UFO is going to go all hell. And now, who are the elect? Just quickly, abbreviate.
Huh.
You all know.
It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there
So the men
were
that you're talking about that were sealed. Okay?
and there were 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of
He
Israel.
didn't say the whole world. God didn't love the whole world. Say John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he said his only begotten Son. No, you can look up that word. The word world in the Greek is cosmos.
Which means a group of people.
A group of people, a sect. Not the whole world.
Which is the Israelites.
This is the Israelites.
And the reason why too is God said, well, like, love not the earth, neither the things that are in the on our world, right?
Yeah.
Which goes to show you that if God loves the world, why would He tell us not to love the world also?
See, this one's contradiction.
It doesn't make any
Sit
sense.
down and think.
It doesn't make sense.
And then you ask someone who's at the church, like, oh, I know. My pastor
The
just
double
told me
thing.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just say, oh, my pastor told me this.
Yeah.
Well, then you're mocking her. You
Yeah.
gotta think for yourself.
Yeah, and then what? In the Greek, there's two differences of the word world.
Yeah.
World, which also means age. Another world, which means what? This. Like world. Yeah.
Modern world.
Yeah. The whole earth, and then like another world, which is cosmos, which means a group of people. A kindred talking about the children of Israel. And in John 3:16, word world there is talking about the children of Israel only. So yeah, so
You gotta look
basically
up your words when you read this Bible.
exactly.
Okay, when you read it, you read a whole different story.
Different story, yeah.
Because you got the world of the rich, you got the world.
Check with a concordance, like.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's exactly what I use. A concordance. It goes between the both,
Yeah.
right? Now it says,
And
tell us who the sealed men are.
It said, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Okay, sealed 144,000. So you do the math, there's 12 tribes. 144,000. 12,000, which means 12 tribes, right?
Right.
So only 12,000 men out of these whole tribes are going to be saved. 12,000 here, 12,000 there, 12,000 there, 12,000 there. That's not a lot of people because Israel, the Lord said Israel should be like the stars in the sky and like the sand in the sea. So there's lots of them. You ever look at sand? If you ever look at the sand in the sea, you see every rock in there. That's how Israel is.
Every single one of them is
It's
a person.
Israel is a person.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Israelites. But yet only 12,000, only 144,000 are going to be saved. That's a small number. Showing you this is a special thing.
Why Why such a small number?
Because the Lord's only dealing with those people. Those are the only people who are doing this work of Jewish sincerity. Because most of the world is wicked, not righteous. They're unrighteous.
Right.
And it says, of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad, which, that's your,
That's your tribe.
that's your tribe. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000.
That's right.
Of the tribe of Levi, were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. Verse 9, after this I beheld them
Now,
lo.
this scripture, the churches use this to say that, well, now he's talking about everybody. Okay?
After this I beheld and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds of people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
So now you think he's talking about everybody now. All nations, kindreds, and tongues. Well, one thing you don't understand is that Israel was scattered across all the world,
Yeah,
in every nation.
yeah. So, and then also, it doesn't make sense because on the previous verses he only mentioned Israel. So how the hell would he mention Israel and then all of a sudden say everyone else can come in? Which goes to show you that one of the curses, were what? That our people were going to be scattered among all of these nations, which means that our people are also among these different nations, which means that the Lord is going to save all of these,
People out of the nation.
other nations, but their land goes back to the children of Israel.
Now get that actually in Deuteronomy when the curse says you should be all the nations. That's the curse that was given to if you spread out among all the nations. Now you can't even tell who's Israel.
Yeah.
Because you have, like, for instance, one of the Israelites are the Negroes. So I'm an Israelite, right? If I sleep with a white woman, our kid's going to be half black. He'll be light skinned. Eventually, if he keeps sleeping with a white woman and his line keeps sleeping with a white woman, eventually my kid down the line is going to look white. But, so he's going to look like an Edomite, right? But his seed goes back to an Israelite, a black man. So that's the confusion of faces. Okay?
Now, I got to put picture 2 here. This is Acts chapter 2, verse 5. And there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Exactly. So Jews.
Take care, brothers.
Preach
Preach it, brothers. Preach it. Preach it.
Jews, hey, someone can be awakened because even that guy I go to the gym with, he always comes to me talking about, man, I can't wait for this place to end, and I know I'm an Israelite. So, some people know they're Israelites now. But it says that Jews,
Devout, so I can read that again. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
so what does that tell you? Right there that the Lord scattered everybody. He
Yeah.
scattered Israel all over the place. So
But
now-
they're Jews.
But they're Jews. They're still Israelites.
Yeah, but they're dwelling out of every nation, right?
Exactly. Every nation under heaven. Now
Yeah.
go back to Revelation.
Yeah. And the book of Deuteronomy too, the one where it says that the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one you wanted?
Yeah, do that one, yeah.
Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So you got Israel all over the place.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even woods and stones.
So you're going to serve other gods too.
Yeah.
You're not going to serve the real power.
Yeah.
That's why you got a lot of people being Islam. Allah. Which Allah which means power. It's the Hebrew word is Allah. Which means power. Which means, God. Now go back to Revelations real quick.
Revelation,
And read that 9
it
verse.
says, After this I beheld and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white
All
robes.
kindreds, ancient people's tongue. Now, what we're talking about looking up words. I'm going to look at that word kindred up. In the Greek, it's phule, which means what? A tribe. In the New Testament, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. Who's Jacob? Israel. Right? Because his name changed. So, evidently, when you read that scripture and you don't look up the words, you're going to think it's talking about every other nation. No, but it's talking about the Israelites that are dwelling in every other nation. Because it just told you to break down that word. Right?
Yeah. And then also here, I got a piece of this is going back to in the book of Genesis, okay? Genesis chapter 28, verse 1. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt take a wife of the daughters of thou, it said, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Padandaram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's fathers, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. And God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people. Now, where it goes back in the book of Revelation, where it says a great multitude, that goes back to what? Jacob, Isaac, you know?
Be a multitude of people.
Exactly.
That's what the Lord told us. Because we sleep with the other nations.
Yeah.
We sleep with them, but they're not going to be our wives.
Yeah.
But we sleep with the concubines.
Yeah.
Side women.
Yeah.
Because a man can have more than one wife. It does that in the Bible.
Yeah, and then also here it tells you, this is Genesis 17 and 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell on his face, and God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. A father of many nations.
There's so much Israelites. So much of them, like each tribe of that nation, each tribe of that nation of Israel is a nation. How big they are.